Hello, family. Welcome back to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wongel Zelalem, and today we're talking about Gabon. There has been a video that has leaked over the weekend, and in that video, you can see the president of Gabon, Bryce, talking to the Bongo family and assuring them that the coup was a family affair allegedly, even though we have the footage. I'm going to show you the footage shortly. I'm trying to wait for a few people to come through and we shall watch the leaked video. By the way, we called this out. When the coup happened, August 30, 2023, a lot of people celebrated that coup, but a lot of other people were suspicious, especially considering the person, the coup leader that came into power was seen like a family, a cousin to the Bongo family that was overthrown. It was kind of suspicious, to say the least. But now we are finding out that this might have been a family affair. Not only that, the president in the video assures Bongo's son, Ali Bongo's oust President Ali Bongo's son, that everything is going to be okay. He's talked to President Macron. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why is President Macron in it? He mentions Macron by name and he says he has assured them that they're okay. By them, he means the Bongo family when the coup happened and he arrested them. Watch this clip. I want to show you the footage. We will discuss it afterwards. It's in French, but there's a subtitle. If you can't see the subtitle clearly, let me know so I can read it out loud for you.
Communication compris. Ne faites pas d'autres communications compris. C'est ce que vous avez signé ici. La vie, c'est pas la rancœur. Ce qui est arrivé, c'est une étape. Mieux vaut que ce soit nous ici en famille que quelqu'un d'autre. C'était un autre militaire qui serait là, ça devait être la catastrophe. Ça devait être pire que ça. Vous n'étiez pas en prison, vous étiez ici. Peut-être les conditions n'étaient pas les mêmes que la maison, mais vous n'étiez pas en prison. Et ça, je le disais même au président Macron, qui ne sont pas en prison. Qu'on arrête de vous faire croire autre chose. Aujourd'hui, on vous libère, il n'y a pas de vengeance. Il n'y a pas à dire, je vais me venger.
Well, to put things into context, the person that you're looking at right now, in the leaked video, is this guy, the new president of Gabon, General Bryce Nguma. He was the one that orchestrated the coup that took out Ali Bongo from power on August 30th, 2023. So in that video, in that clip that you just watched, he is assuring Ali Bongo's son that everything is okay. Now you've been released. Plus, even though we said we arrested you, you were not in prison, you are in good condition. And he even mentions President Emmanuel Macron, that he had a conversation with President Emmanuel Macron and assured Emmanuel Macron that they are not in prison and they are okay. Can you believe this, fam? Like, this is so significant. You can't even make this stuff up. And these are the people. This is the one on the right, the one you're looking at in color picture is Ali Bongo, the one that was overthrown. And next to him, the person that you're looking at is his father, Omar Bongo. They ran Gabon as if it's a family business for 55 years. And when they were eventually overthrown, it seems like the new person that is in charge is a family member. I'm not sure if he's related by blood, but he sure was raised or was around them growing up. So the suspicions might be true, might end up being true, and it's really unfortunate. It's nothing to be happy about because, sorry, let me silent. It's really unfortunate that this is happening because the people of Gabon deserved better. They celebrated the coup, and it happened because they thought it was genuine. And now it's coming out, allegedly, it might have been concocted, because the video that you just watched is the current president that led the coup in overthrowing, admitting to it, telling them that this is a family thing, like, don't choose vengeance, don't try to come for revenge, it was handled this way. He even says, imagine if it was another soldier, it would have been chaotic, but this was handled well because it was me, it was a family member, it was me, that was behind the coup d'etat. You really, really cannot make this stuff up. And, as I said earlier, the people that are losing out, the people that are going to suffer the consequences are the people of Gabon, the people that celebrated this coup. We talked about it when it first happened, and I want to share my screen and I want to show you how the coup went down and how the people were extremely pleased with it, not knowing what they know now. Let me just show you a clip right here from our own channel. Now let me show you what the people of Gabon are saying. Let me show you from here. Was the president of Gabon for 41 years. So basically, the Bongos believe that Gabon is their private business or backyard because they can do whatever they want to do. Even Ali Bongo, now the overthrown president, is seen as a playboy, at least back in the days in his youth. He was a playboy. Like, he had, just imagine everything that he wanted, he had. So he's not used to no. So basically, that's why he's begging his friends to come and help him. Now, let me show you what the people of Gabon are saying or feeling about the whole situation. Look how they were celebrating.
Tout part de la démocratie. C'est enfin notre sang. C'est enfin notre sang.
Yeah. That you see the joy, the happiness the people were showing. They were out in the streets celebrating, carrying the military officers that were behind the coup. They were just extremely happy. They thought, it's time for change. It's time for our country to be in a better place, and it's time for us to rise up and to be able to live in our own country, can afford to live in our own country and have a better life. And that is why they were excited. That was why they were celebrating. Little did they know that behind the scenes, the Bongos might have had a hand in it, or at the very least, the transition didn't go straight from the Bongo family out of the Bongo family and to a person that is actually going to run it, like, without any influence, because clearly the president is connected to the Bongos. And by the way, this is Ali Bongo when he was a bit this is back in the days. Now he looks much different. He looks a bit older. This is his wife, by the way. She's French. And yeah, his wife and his son are being charged, which I highly, highly doubt that they're going to serve time because they have fled the country. How are they going to be arrested? It's just a political move, to hush people up and for the new president to say, look, I'm doing something. I am for the people, right? That's what it looks like. And it's really unfortunate. And as I said earlier, this person, that Ali Bongo, was the son of Omar Bongo, the second, I believe, president of Gabon. And together they ran the country for 55 years. So where his father, I believe, ran the country. I should have it somewhere here. 42 years. Okay. The guy that you're looking in black and white ran Gabon for 40 plus years. And then his son took over and run the country for 13 years. So it's incredibly sad now that there's a new person in town in charge. It seems like he's also connected with the Bongo family. And the question is, will the people of Gabon see justice? Like, is it really going to be, is the president really going to serve them, or is going to serve other people's interests? Because clearly in that video, and I'll show you, I'm seeing new people coming in, so maybe if you missed it, I'll just show you one more time. He was talking about how he just talked to Emmanuel Macron, like he's his friend. So it even, it makes you question, was Macron behind it as well? Because why is he promising Macron that they're not in prison? In case you missed it, let me just show you. This is the leaked footage.
D'autres communications après. C'est ce que vous avez signé ici. La vie, c'est pas la rancœur. Ce qui est arrivé, c'est une étape. Mieux vaut que ce soit nous ici en famille que quelqu'un d'autre.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Because if you don't speak French, there's a subtitle. He said in English, let me translate it. It's written right there. It is better that it is us here as a family than someone else. That's it there.
C'était un autre militaire qui serait là, ça devait être la catastrophe.
Listen to this. This is important as well. If it was another soldier who was here, it would have been a disaster.
Ça devait être pire que ça. Vous n'étiez pas en prison, vous étiez ici. Peut-être les conditions.
He's telling them, you are not in prison, you are here. He's telling them, like, this is a better condition. He's also saying, perhaps the conditions are not the same as home, but you are not in prison. So basically, they were not.
Pas les mêmes que la maison, mais vous n'étiez pas en prison. Et ça, je le disais même au président Macron.
This is the part I was talking about, and I want you to focus. He said, and I was saying this to President Macron, quote, they are not in prison, end quote. So you're telling me this man is gonna really serve the people? It's hard. It's really hard. And let's not forget what he did when he came back from meeting President Donald Trump. If you remember, President Donald Trump had a meeting with a few, I believe like 5 African heads of state. And one of them was President Bryce. And when he came back to his country after that meeting, by the way, the meeting, I would say most of them, he humiliated them. And Trump was being very honest, open and honest with them and telling them, Africa is a resource-rich continent. And basically what they want is the resource, is what indirectly he was saying to them. But unfortunate, they still went there, kikied or laughed with President Donald Trump and came back. But what makes President Bryce's situation worse, in my opinion, is the fact that when he came back from his US trip to his own country, when he was welcomed, he was wearing his cap that apparently President Donald Trump gifted him. And it reads, "Make America Great Again." And that's, President Trump's red hat that his people, MAGA people, wear. And he came with that cap and he wore it in his own country. And that's how he was received. And I remember thinking, what's wrong with you? Like, are you being serious right now? How are you wearing a cap that says Make America Great? And you are here in Gabon, the president ahead of that state in your country. It's so weird and it's so bizarre. It's just, yeah, it is incredibly crazy. Let me read the comments here. Smart Cities AI said Africa is dead. No, in Jesus' name, I rebuke that. Africa is not dead. It's not going to be dead. It has its faults, it has its negative, and I mean, we're talking about it, it has its issues, but Africa is far from dead. And that's what the Western world wants you to believe, so that you can run away from the continent, you can run away and leave it for them. Have you ever been in a plane, especially that is coming to the continent of Africa? It's full of them, folks. It's full of them investing, buying houses here, trying to live here, moving here. So, no, it's not dead. That is like quite literally the opposite. Africa has a lot to offer, and that is why the enemy is working hard to keep us where we are and to keep us down. So let's not say this. Okay, that's a bit too harsh, AI. That's what your profile says. Africa Kenya native said that people must remove all these puppets. The people actually, unfortunately, in the Gabon's case, the people genuinely believed that a puppet was being removed, and he was in a way, you know. But as you saw, he said he explained it in the leaked video. It's a controlled coup, so that the Bongos won't be touched, hurt, and so now it's basically transitioning to another family member. He might not be exactly, like, he might even be blood related, but there's talks out there, like there's word on the street is he's like seen as a cousin. He was raised around them, like the Bongo family, so it didn't go far. The presidential seat didn't go far. It's still within, I would say, it looks like their control, unfortunately. And this look, by the way, I still don't understand why this video was leaked, because apparently this video was leaked allegedly by Ali Bongo's son. So at least, okay, not leaked, I don't know if it's leaked by him, but was taken, the video was taken by him. So I wonder why it was taken and why it was leaked now. It's interesting, right? Is this another political move? Are they not, like, they're not good with the current president, so they want to bring him down? I don't know. I'm not sure. Dark Matter said, God be with the people of Gabon. Amen to that. You saw their celebration. If you were here a few minutes ago, I was showing a video of the people of Gabon celebrating the coup. They were so happy. Their happiness was just contagious. Unfortunately, looks like it might have been hijacked, but there will come a time when they will, once they realize that this man might not have been, what he claimed to be, who knows what's going to happen. Unity is strength said Gabon needs the Ibrahim Traore treatment. People nowadays, because there has been a positive effect after a coup, like with Captain Ibrahim Traore, or Mali or Niger, they believe that other places, when it happens, oh my goodness, like, is it going to be the same thing? But as you know, the enemy works really hard, and they're going to use the same tactics, and they're going to, when now heads of state are being removed, we have to be really cautious, and we have to read between the lines, and we can't just be happy that a puppet has been removed. Has he been replaced by another puppet? Just last week, we were talking about the quote fake coup that people were speculating that it actually might not have happened. It was reported that it happened in Guinea-Bissau, but the conversation behind it and the people on the ground are saying that they don't believe it was a real coup. They believe it was concocted by the overthrown president. So they're going to use the same tactics. So we have to be careful who we celebrate, who we are excited about. BB said, I'm convinced that Africa will always be colonized. Africa will not educate or train its people to benefit their countries. I see why you would say that. Like, it's 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 very hard to see that day when you're looking at all these negative stories. But then let's not also forget the positives. Like, the positives were not there a few years back, right? It was looking more gloomy and doom then. Now we're seeing more change. We're seeing slowly, especially the youth standing up, saying no, refusing, and we're seeing change. It might not be to the degree or like to the quickness that we want to see, but it's slowly getting there. Like, yes, it's very slow, but just because there are a few puppets, there are puppets everywhere, by the way, okay? Just because there are puppets, there are people that are selling out their own people. It doesn't, like, the majority of the people are not like that. It's just the evil is very loud, and is doing its best to make us believe that there's no hope. So yeah, Unity, thank you for that. um uh, oh my okay, you guys, thank you. The marathon, but let's stay in the topic, okay? The topic is about Gabon and this guy's leaked video. And what are your thoughts on his leaked video? What do you think about him mentioning Emmanuel Macron, him promising the Bongo family that they're out now, like they shouldn't seek revenge and everything is okay because it's him that he's keeping them safe. And if it was another soldier, it would have been chaotic. What are your thoughts? And also, what are your thoughts on, like, these two staying in power, like, to get, like, they were not together, but like each, when you add it up, they were in power for 55 years. Like, Gabon belonged to the same family because they ran Gabon for 55 years. What are your thoughts? I'm sure his father, Omar Bongo, is disappointed with Ali Bongo because Ali Bongo got to only serve 13 years, unlike his father who served 40 plus years. So yeah, I would love to hear even this. Like, I want us to address this, this relationship with his French wife that has as she has run away from Gabon now with her son. Um, Thoughts? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Um, AOH said, agree, Wengel, Africa's youth are waking up. That's why Western leaders are scared of Africa. Exactly. I don't like the negative attitude we have. Of course, I get it. It's justified, okay? It's because of everything that we're seeing around us, all the stories, history, experience. I understand. But at the same time, let's also look at the positive that is happening. Like, it's so huge, we can't ignore it. We have to understand that we are the ones that will either make it or break it, right? And this generation, as we've seen, they are very bold. Let's give Gen Z a round of applause, honestly. Like, they are doing God's work. And so yeah, let's also not forget there are positive stories and positive leaders and good leaders, strong leaders that are coming out of Africa. Dark Matter said it's crazy. um Dark Matter also said, just call them the unofficial monarchs. Yeah. You can say that, and when you think about how, when they're gone, now the new president, he sworn himself in, by the way. um well, he he got votes, according to reports. So maybe people voted for him for real when they didn't know that, he might be messy behind the scenes. But this guy, there's even pictures of this guy with the Bongo family when he's younger. So yeah, I don't know if it was a coup that will serve the people, but it remains to be seen. I remember covering a story about this same exact president when he said, I don't need salary. I think he said, I don't need salary. I don't need my salary. I'll give it up for, the betterment of my country. And we were like, yes, good job. Like, this is such an incredible president. Little did we know. um, the marathon continues, said France gave Gabon 3 bicycles and they made like 100 selfies with those bikes. Gabon is still going on. No way. Okay, this I did not know. Thank you for telling us. I did not know about this, that France gave bicycles to Gabon, and Gabon is apparently happy about it. It's yeah. This is the thing. In the past, you remember, like we read in history that the colonizers came to the continent and they gave us metal or something like that. I think that some gave guns, I believe, and then took out the resources, or they gave us I forgot what they were, but ridiculous items that are so cheap and readily available. And since people then did not know those things that they're showing them, they exchange things. So that's what it reminds me of, giving you something that is useless, worthless, and taking away your gold, your diamond, your resources. So unfortunately, that's true. That has happened, and that is why history is there, right? History is there, and we need to learn history because it will help us with our future, to navigate, to erase, or like not even erase, to learn from the past so we can do better in the future, to not fall for the same uh, acts, or not fall into the same holes that let's say our ancestors fell into unknowingly, because they were pure hearted, they didn't know what was happening, you know what I mean? So it's important to know what happened in the past, and that happened in the past. Let's wake up and not do the same thing. What do you mean by they gave them bicycles and they were excited and they were posting selfies and applauding them as if they gave them something life changing? It's sad, and it's something that needs to change. But with that being said, I'm very excited to well, I don't know if it makes a big difference, but it might. You don't know what this leaked video can do for the youth of Gabon. You don't know when these people on the ground watch this, see this, get this information, how it will empower them, how it will wake them up and make them say no to the same thing that they have been dealing with for 55 plus years. So I'm hoping that we get to hear more from the people of Gabon when they see this video. But yeah, it's an interesting video. And as I said earlier, I really want to know why it was leaked. I understand why it was filmed. Apparently, it was filmed by the son, Ali Bongo's son. But why was it leaked, and why was it leaked now? Right? That's the right question to ask. And President Bryce better deliver, better do right by the people, because from what we've seen and how emotional they got over the coup, there's no telling what they will do if they believe fully that this president is going to repeat the same thing the Bongos have done, and they don't want that to happen to them. Yeah, so uh yeah, so that is thank you. No drama, no problem. Yeah, that's pretty much what today's story is about. I pray that the Gabonese people take no nonsense and do not allow it do not allow it to happen to them again. So that's pretty much it. For those of you that missed the video, because I'm seeing a lot of people joining in now, you can, once this live is over, you can rewind and watch it, because I've showed it 2 times. It's basically the new president, talking about how he talked to Emmanuel Macron and he assured him that after overthrowing the Ali Bongo family, he hasn't imprisoned them, and he's assuring them that this is a family thing. So yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, Stefan asked, can you do a video on the Rastafarians in Jamaica and Ethiopia, Rasta culture in general? it's funny how you mentioned that. I've done a video. I don't know if it's in depth, but I've done a video of Rastafaris before, but on my own channel. My own channel is this name, Wongel Zelalem. So, yes, fam, thank you so much for this for chatting and having this conversation. I'm gonna see you the same time tomorrow. Now we have started live streaming and we get to interact with the audience, with you. We get to chat, we get to have a conversation outside of reporting, because this is a community, and I enjoyed it. I enjoy doing this. So if you have time and you happen to be around the YouTube streets tomorrow, same time, we'll be doing a live stream. Okay, you guys, have a blessed day, night, wherever you're watching this from. Bye. See you tomorrow.